And we're on the air. Welcome there, hockey fans across Canada and from the United States and Newfoundland. This is the Sunday Superman Show. Hi, everybody. Matt here. And tonight we're going to review the Superman movie. I realize it's taken some time. I wanted to come on last Sunday, but I had family things going on, wasn't able to pull it off, so I just went with my regular time. Tonight, I brought a couple of wonderful people on with me to discuss the movie and show some books. I'm sure a lot of you out there already know who I'm bringing on. We've got Rich here from Big Nasty Comics. How you doing, Rich?
Doing good, buddy. Thanks for having me.
Hey, I'm always happy to have you guys here. Yeah, this community is so great that there's hardly anybody I would say I wouldn't want to do a show with. In fact, there's probably nobody.
Right.
Exactly. So, you know, I'm just the hardest part is finding time to do one with everybody.
Yeah,
exactly. You know it? We also have Nate here from Hall Yeah Comics, fresh off his show this morning, which unfortunately I had to miss a good chunk of because kids got to eat.
Yeah. It was a good one.
Yeah. Because as I was telling Rich before, we're down to one car right now, so my wife and I had to rush to the grocery store so she could have the car for the afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, enough about the real life. We're all here for the escapism.
Right.
So before we get completely into the discussion, there were two things I want to do. Number one, those who have won my contests, I am working on it. I promise. It's been hectic around here lately. And on top of it all, I'm going to be busy for a few days next week. I'm having a minor surgery, so I'm not going to be able to get things out before Thursday of next week. But I promise you, the prizes are going out. They're here. They're getting organized. Everything's getting ready. Next up, let's say hi to the chat, because I see that we're getting quite a bunch of people having discussions already. See, we got Robbie Josephs.
Robbie.
What's up, Robbie?
Hi, Robbie. We've got Lyle.
Big
Lyle. Up in the one.
Big Lyle.
K Munen's here.
K Munen, buddy.
Yeah. Eric from SideQuest is here.
Hey.
Eric.
Hi,
Homo
Eric.
Squad
Hi, everybody so far. Hi, Rob Saint. Good to see you.
Rob.
John Harrison. Good to see you, too. I knew he wouldn't miss this. Diabetic.
Diabetic, yeah, buddy.
We have Comic Mike. We have Steven Collecto6 here.
Steppo.
And Dope is in the crowd. So I've got 3 of the 4 FOMO people here tonight.
Yeah.
Dope.
You know, and that's everybody. You know, there's this guy too, but you know.
Yeah.
What? I see K Munen down there.
Yeah, K Munen was up there too.
Oh, okay.
I did get him earlier. Thanks, Andreas, by the way, about the surgery. We're not going to talk about that. It's quite simple. It's almost non-invasive. It's just something that has to be done. You know how it is. Anyway, let's go. We have spent 2 years from the day that this was announced till the day we got to see it.
Yeah.
I don't know about you two, but I could not stop thinking about this, especially as the announcements kept coming, where there was going to be Metamorpho, there's going to be Mr. Terrific, and then when I heard Nathan Fillion was going to do Guy Gardner, and he was going to have the hair, man, it's like, this is James Gunn. This is what I've been looking forward to forever. So, first impressions, Rich, what did you think about it?
Oh man, it was. I tell you, I didn't know what I wasn't going in trying to expect too much, but knowing how James Gunn, does those movies and stuff, I just knew it was going to be good. I didn't think it was going to be bad because James Gunn is just he hasn't missed yet, and I didn't think he would miss on this for sure. But yeah. But my first impressions, I was just a wide-eyed kid, man, watching it. So
I know, I was absolutely like,
the
whole time. My wife had to elbow me a couple times. Matt, you're getting too loud here. I'm like, yes, go. Yes. Especially, you know, when I saw Joey, I'm like, oh, it's Joey.
Oh, Joey.
Yeah.
First impressions, Nate.
My first impressions, I did try to stay away. Like, I knew the characters that were going to be in it and stuff, but as it ramped up and they were showing a lot of trailers and spoilers were coming out, I stayed away from it. I will say, like, when I saw it the first time, I loved it, but there were some things that I think I thought were going to happen, and some things surprised me in ways I didn't expect. So I actually liked it more the second time I saw it. So first impressions were, it was really good, but the things I had some problems with, I think, stuck out a lot more the first time. Even though, like, I'm being real nitpicky, because it was it was still an A- movie for me that first time. I loved it.
Same here.
Yes, no, I just cannot get over the absolute amount of goodness that was in that movie. We had everything.
Yeah.
We had, and the part I actually said to my wife is, I hope they don't get, like, we don't get half an hour of origin again.
Right.
That was the one thing I didn't want, and I was glad to see that. I mean, not everybody would like this sort of thing, but we are comic fans. We know the story. We know what we're going into, and the fact that right off the bat,
as soon as those words came up saying, you know, there's been, you know, 3 centuries of metahumans and 3 decades. And I was just like, yes, you know, he's going in, boom, with an establishment. Holy crap, Robbie!
Holy crap! Let's stop for a second, Robbie. Holy smokes,
Robbie!
Thank you very much, but you really got to stop doing this. I'm feeling
Very
really
generous, man. Nice.
You know, Gary Dope says Gary needs a spin-off.
He does.
Robbie, thank you very much. I'd give you a clip, but unfortunately now StreamYard doesn't allow clips.
Yeah.
If you got the freebie. And Steven, check your Instagram. Okay. So back to where Robbie, we are not ignoring you. I really appreciate what you did. We're on a time crunch tonight because some of the guests have to go early.
That is crazy.
And we're adding a 4th guest. Hello. Well, a 3rd guest.
I'm nothing but supercargo tonight because I haven't seen the movie yet, and I am happy to listen to your enthusiasm and what have you. I can't add to it, but I will sit here and amen chorus for you.
All right. Well, I don't want to spoil things for you.
Yeah.
Spoil it. It's going to be a long time before I see it. And I would rather hear it. I would rather hear it from you guys than have some reporter, and then I go, what? Then I'd have to be calling you guys up anyway to say, is this true? Are they full of it? And of course, my feeling is they're full of it.
Yeah.
Well, going on with the analysis of the movie, I'm going to put a very unpopular opinion out there, but this is what I truly believe.
Hot take.
Ma and Pa Kent in this movie were the most realistic of all the Ma and Pa Kents there have ever been, because they felt the most genuine of any of them. And I include the Glenn Ford and version.
They reminded me of the TV series of Lois and Clark, the mom and Pa and Lois and Clark, how they were on the TV show a little bit. You know, they were.
You didn't like the Dukes of Hazzard, Pa Kent?
Pa Kent, that's him.
Yeah, on Smallville.
Yeah,
I liked the parents on Smallville.
I like
Rob Schneider. Yeah,
Rob Schneider. Now that you're saying that, yes, I like the Smallville parents.
I do too.
But they seemed, especially Martha. Martha was not cut out to be a farmer's wife. She was too smart and too. And I'm not
don't say that about farmers. Oh,
I'm not saying
God,
that.
Matt, don't do
I'm not
that.
saying it that way. What I'm saying is she's too urban.
Off the grain belt.
No. She's too urban. If you get my drift, for a farm wife, she seems to like the finer things a little bit more, which is okay. What I'm saying is the parents in the current movie felt realistic down to earth and perfect for the Superman in that movie.
Yeah, the mom like yelling at the phone that's laying on the table, like she doesn't know how to use it.
The scene with
and I see stuff like that all the time. Rich, I bet you do too. You
Oh
know,
yeah,
helping people out.
That is my parents. That is my
and-
mom, my dad doing that, man.
You know, the dad being proud of his son, and the way that he like really cared about him authentically. I will say the parents, the first time I watched the movie, were one of the things that, because they were so vastly different than other characterizations.
When Costner held him off from saving him.
Yes.
When Costner held him off from saving him and he could have saved him, I was moved by that.
No, I hated that.
Yeah,
I hated that because
I did too.
I hate it.
Oh, like a knife in the neck.
Wait till you see this one.
Superman's powers, okay, knowing his power set and knowing now, he could have easily blown him out of the way with his super and make it look like the wind moved him.
And Starboy didn't have to kill the guy. I understand that, but that's the way it was written, right?
Yeah.
I know everybody goes, you don't think in the moment, and I get it. But I mean, at the same time, if I thought of it, the writers could have thought of it, and therefore, you know. But at the same time, you know, he's got to have some. Pa Kent always dies, right? So
but
well, that's sort of it. I thought it was a great role for what was it? Was it Glenn Ford was the first one to die as Pa Kent?
That's true.
Yeah.
Like
who was Ma Kent to Glenn Ford's Pa Kent? Who was Ma Kent?
Right now, Superman the movie. It's on the tip of my tongue, but I can't quite remember. And the second I see the Superman the movie 1978, not 2025. Cast, let's see here. Geez, come on. I don't know about you guys, but don't you find it a little difficult? Martha Kent was Phyllis Thaxter.
They used Lois Lane to be Ma Kent.
Yeah.
You see that? I thought sure you would have known that to begin with, Matt, because I didn't.
Like I said, the name was on the tip of my tongue. And Lois Neal was also in the movie Superman the movie. She played Lois's mom.
Noelle Neal.
Yes, Noelle. That's what I said. Noelle Neal.
Noelle Neal. Okay. And her grandmother was Hippolyte.
That's right.
I thought,
but we'll get to the screeching. I promise.
Loved it.
You loved it. I liked it. What people are forgetting. Yes, go ahead. Sorry.
I was just gonna say, like, I think that is Pa Kent and Clark on the farm is probably one of, if not my favorite part of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's one of my favorite scenes. It was just so good.
Yeah, that is one of my favorite scenes, and one of my other favorite scenes was when Superman was over visiting Lois, and in the background you could see the Justice Gang fighting this.
That's the other one, Matt.
Yeah. And he's sitting there saying, "No, they can handle it. Don't worry."
Right, like they can do it. I'm just
dimensional.
I've been looking for my dog. It was so good.
I would have to think that Metropolis in this world has seen everything.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's like the guy in the TV store when all that stuff was going on with the Gaiju guy. You know, he was fighting him. He's just sitting there eating his pudding or whatever it was. He was just
yogurt.
He wasn't impressed. You know.
So, now for the other part, the part that disappointed me the most in the movie was the fact that the way they played with the Kryptonian parents.
Yeah,
I did not like.
That was a heck of a twist. Yeah,
that twist where they made him basically go get yourself a harem.
Yeah,
save our race, and it was.
They say the word harem a lot.
I know.
See, it's going to be interesting to see how Supergirl plays out, to see what she actually says about his parents. Like, you know, your parents were dicks or whatever. You know,
I don't think that's what they will say. I don't. I would almost bet substantial money. That ain't gonna happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, your parents really suck.
Yeah.
Mom and Dad are gone.
To say that, that they don't represent what, Krypton really represents or whatever, you know what I mean?
Well, the thing is, to be honest, we don't know because we did not get the regular origin that we usually do, right?
Right.
All we got was they play this recording, it soothes him, it makes him feel better. But all we got was the first part of the recording.
I still think that's a strength of the established universe, is like they're telling this story and they're giving us a I guess not really a mystery, but something that we didn't expect, and we don't know what the outcome is going to be because we didn't see the beginning.
Exactly, and it will be interesting to find out, because apparently one thing that I have learned is that there's going to be a bit of Kryptonian backstory for Supergirl, because not everybody is as familiar. Some people have only seen the Supergirl movie from 1984, and in that one, she's not sent to help to look after Clark, right? She's sent to go retrieve this object, the Omegahedron, right? So she, a lot of people don't realize that she was being sent to Earth to look after Clark.
An Omegahedron?
Yeah.
Omegahedron? What the hell is that? Was that with Slater? I mean, with
the Omegahedron.
Slater one,
the Omegahedron.
It's this little round thing that's magical. Watch the movie, but more particularly, I have actually recorded a video that will be shown in a few weeks. I did a review of that. Robbie asked me to review that movie and do a video, so I did.
Oh, sweet!
So I had to sit through that again. It's not the world's greatest movie. It's not the worst movie, but I'm really so anyways, I'm hoping that there's some Kryptonian background in the Supergirl movie because she's older on the planet, right? But speaking of Supergirl, that scene at the end, classic.
Yes, I love it, man.
I loved it.
Thanks for watching my dog, bitch.
Yeah. I used that at the park the other day where I said, "Thanks for watching my kid, bitch."
Yeah.
And it was with somebody who'd seen the movie with me, so they knew what I was saying.
So, yeah.
Well, I think she's gonna, where they have her character at this start, like this really rough start, she's going to have the potential is there for a really good hero's journey for her.
Yes.
So I think that, again, like it's just that James Gunn universe, the way that he can do really big emotional moments. He can do really, and balance that out with like real funny, ridiculousness.
Yes, I agree, Nate. Yeah.
What is cool about that whole end thing is you're not expecting it.
Right.
Now, I've read Woman of Tomorrow. Okay, I've read it a couple times. And she doesn't necessarily get drunk in there, but she does hang out on a lot of red sun worlds because what she's doing is she's escorting this woman on a chase. The other character they're chasing the person who's killed her family.
Who is this in this? Is this Supergirl in the movie?
No, this is the Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow storyline that they're going to base it on.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. In other words, the actual story in the comic book, correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
And Crypto is with her in this story, so it makes sense to make her the owner of the dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And but you know what? She felt very real. She felt like she was not this idealistic version of a 15-year-old teenager like she was in the comic books when she first got there, but a real person. And I like that very much.
Well, from what I read, the plan is to make her like she's already her age when she's on Krypton and when it explodes. So she goes through a much different experience than Clark, who never knows it.
Right.
Yeah, she ends up in suspended animation for like 20, 30 years, whatever time it takes to get the Earth and Clark to grow to where he is. My understanding is I've read everything I've said. They consider Clark to be 25 years old in this movie.
Okay.
Okay, which makes sense because he's not this huge reporter. They're not going to Kent to give him everything. They're going to Lois, or even Jimmy's got a bit of some. Now that, by the way, was a surprise. Jimmy Olsen, ladies' man.
Yeah.
But it kind of like, because, and I learned it from you, Matt, that Jimmy Olsen was like at one point one of the best-selling comic books in America, because the actor was a teen heartthrob on the TV show in the 50s. So I mean, it's kind of it almost balances that.
Jack Larson was a heartthrob.
He was very, very popular. The character Jimmy Olsen on Superman was almost as popular as himself.
You mean with the original TV Adventures of Superman?
Jack Larson.
He was a Magoo. He always was a complete Magoo. He screwed everything up all the time. Gee, Superman. Gosh, I sure didn't know that.
Was he the Urkel?
Like Urkel.
I don't know about Urkel. Speaking of which, may I just say, I just found online an image by Joe Shuster of Lois Lane that he drew early. And her face is quite square, like in the cartoons. Her face is quite square, and her eyes kind of go around the corner of her where he places them. He can't draw the nose very well. It's an approximation. And then the haircut and what have you. And I found a beautiful image of that. And all of those posters that I have that were by Shane McCormick, the Supergirl, the one I have with the the Supergirls and the the 7 Seas 4 and all that other stuff that I have, Shane McCormick. I sent a picture of that to him, and I said, can you do an homage to it as nicely as you can? And then my second thing I'm going to have him do is I sent him a picture of Herco, and I sent him a picture of that Lois Lane, and I say, Bruce, timify those for me, please, and change the scene and put them together in, with this. Can you do that? He says, I'll do it. So I have those currently in the works. So I'm going to have a Herco piece, but the Schuster piece of Lois Lane was stunningly beautiful.
Very
to
nice.
my eye, and of the time. I mean, right from ground zero. It was just really something. I think the picture of the gal that he sort of modeled Lois after, I didn't quite see who that was, but
I can tell you who it was. The woman who was the model for Lois Lane was no one other than Joanne Siegel, his Jerry's second wife.
Oh, fair enough. Cute gal.
Yeah, that's who he ended up marrying, and that's the one that he had the daughter with. That are fighting.
Siegel's second wife was who Schuster fashioned Lois Lane after.
That is correct. She
was
a
little bit of nepotism. A little.
No. What happened was he hired her as a model, and Siegel met her, and then but Siegel was married to another woman at the time, as his first wife, and they didn't hang out or anything like that, and then years later they met up again after Siegel was divorced. So he wasn't that bad, but the thing that sucked was that Siegel was not a good dad to his son from his first marriage. Apparently, they barely talked. They never, he was very.
Siegel wrote all those letters, those hate letters to the editors and all that stuff. And I curse you, and all this. I saw one. A buddy got one at one of the Heritage auctions. Was one of those hate letters. I'm going to shut up and let you do your review. Sorry.
Yeah. Okay, so we've covered the Supergirl. Now the next thing we're going to cover here is the Justice Gang, specifically the 4 characters that we all know. Now, most people, including K Munin, are complaining about the Screech, but do they know that that's Hawkgirl, that particular Hawkgirl's power?
I don't. I did not know it was her power. I didn't know which Hawkgirl it was.
Because this is not the same Hawkgirl. This is a separate one than the one we know that's married to Hawkman.
Yeah, I guess here's what I'm going to say about that, Matt. I don't know anything about Hawkgirl or Hawkman, really. Like, they're not characters I know a lot about. So from my perspective, her being like this hyper violent screeching superhero with a spiked mace,
like the animated Hawk Girl.
It brought me a lot of joy. I loved it. I loved it.
Is she from that planet, that other planet then?
No, she's from Earth. She's the Egyptian part that they talk about the Hawkman
reincarnation over and over again.
Yeah. But the difference is she's not the same Shiera that always ends up marrying Carter Hall, okay, or who is Hawkman. She's a different character, a different version of the character. And what she's doing when she's screeching is she's actually doing bird talk. But like Black Canary, it has a bit of an effect on people. It makes them, and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Thus giving her an advantage when she comes up with her mace and hits them in the face. and that's the other thing that I wanted to say. The other thing that I wanted to say is it was hilarious how the Justice Gang had no qualms about killing.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, that was a huge part of the movie. I mean, it spoke to who Superman and who Clark was. Like he had this he really did. I think he said, "Oh shucks, golly, and gosh" several times. And like when he yells at Crypto, he's like, "What the hey, dude?" Yeah. Like there's just like this wholesome goodness about him that like you just really like. And yeah, when the Justice Gang is there, like they're going the easy way. That's the thing. Like back to our favorite scene, Matt, where the imp is in the background and Clark says that maybe his kindness is the real punk rock. Like it's hard to do what he's trying to do. Exactly. It's easier to do what they're doing.
Right.
The Justice Gang, they're just going to beat the monster up until it dies. Clark saved a damn squirrel, right? Like in the middle of that fight.
Okay, K-Beauty, that's a good feedback. You wait till you're done cleaning the car to poop on it. Well, what I like too about the Justice Gang is like I really felt that Nathan Fillion captured the whole Guy Gardner thing, especially when he's wrecking the tanks and all you see is this.
Yes. And what he tells that kid, he's like, "Sorry, kid, you're getting an upgrade."
That was just classic. And I love the fact too, like one of the people Dope talked about how he likes the little tent of energy that Mr. Terrific puts around Lois.
I love that. I love that scene.
Dome. Yeah,
that was a great fight scene, well choreographed, great sound design. That's awesome.
Why I said before Mr. Terrific was my favorite part of the movie.
Yeah,
his portrayal and everything else. I love that.
Well, the best thing I would say about this movie, and I would give this movie a 9 out of 10 overall. Okay, there's always little bits that doesn't work. Right. But my favorite part about this movie, it felt like a comic book on TV.
It did,
and I love that the most about it. It was like, you feel like you know most of the story because, like, the intro, like where they said 300 years, and then then 3 minutes ago Clark Kent just got beat for the first time. All that stuff.
Yeah, without being too comic booky, it was
exactly.
Yeah.
I think
I thought it was.
Get one.
It was bright colors to the max. Like I really thought like what Matt said earlier, like the people of Metropolis would be used to a lot of these kind of things by now. And that's the way the movie felt, like you said, like the way that the characters in a comic book. I mean, in real life, no one would still live in Metropolis or Gotham. No one. Well, only in comic books are people still going to live in those fictional cities where everything's blowing up every other week.
Yeah. And we're going to see this possibly in the movie coming out next week with the Fantastic Four, because I've read a ton of issues of Fantastic Four. Who the hell in their right mind's living next to the Baxter building?
Something.
How'd you like to be an apartment owner underneath the 4 floors that the FF have?
Exactly. Oh no!
Hello, maintenance. Hello, maintenance. Yeah, can you come up, please? My wall is gone.
Yes. I can't have you over tonight because the Fantastic Four have wrecked the room again.
Ben Grimm's clogging that toilet every other.
Oh
day.
my God!
I don't want to think about it.
Well, you took us to
By
an
the
even
way,
better.
Yeah. You can hear it going down the
will.
pipes.
Ben Grimm,
You can hear
did
it clanking down the
anybody
pipes, Nate.
Did anybody else see that New York actually renamed a street corner Yancey Street and Ben Grimm Jack Kirby Boulevard?
Like for real, or just
For
as
real.
like
There's a new corner in
awesome.
one of the corner. I don't remember, but it's in the alphabets where Jack Kirby was born.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
It is pretty cool. Like it's now Yancey Street at the corner of Yancey and Jack Kirby, and it sounds perfect.
That's
awesome.
Yeah, that's awesome. I love that.
Steven, you are going to love this movie when you see it. You're going to love Metamorpho. I know you're a Metamorpho fan to begin with because they did him well. There's this scene in there where he's just watching TV with his son and Sapphire Stagg, and they say nothing.
Yeah, they're watching. They're watching Superman inspire everybody. Is what they're
right. But did anybody notice the Easter egg in that scene? I did, and I laughed my head off when I saw it.
Was it that they had a periodic table on the wall as art?
Yes.
For Metamorpho, for it, yeah.
A periodic table of elements on there.
I think that the Metal Men, at some point, if they could bring them in with mercury and gold and lead and Tina and all of that stuff, I think that would be, gold and iron. I think that I think it would be a good thing. That's almost a James Gunn sort of a. I don't see the Sea Devils making it.
It'd be a good TV series.
I think you can pre-order the Blu-ray right now
of the movie.
Yeah,
Stag Industry signs as well. That's true.
I think you can order it on Amazon. It's not going to ship until October. But,
yes, you can order them now.
I think I'm going to order mine.
It's going to be on Amazon Prime for rental in the next 3 weeks after it's done in the theater, whatever.
Well, the theaters will run it until the population, the viewership drops to virtually nothing because they finally have a movie that they can actually make money on before they have to put it onto TV and for purchase. They actually have a movie that people will go to the theaters to see. That's a rare thing. That's a rare thing.
It did really well again this weekend.
Yes, I know. It's 400 million at this point.
Over.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Like it's doing really well, at least especially in domestic.
I still talk like you throw that like 400 million. I'm like, yeah, it's doing very well. I have no idea. I don't know what those numbers mean. I don't know if that. I don't know what's good. I mean, it sounds great. That's a lot of money.
Considering that Blue Beetle when it was there made $80 million. Only brought in $80 million.
Wow.
Yeah, they weren't even breaking 100 million.
Yeah. Well, the last thing we'll do before we go, I've already given it a 9 out of 10. What do you guys think, Rich?
I gave it like an 8.5 to a 9 out of 10. A minus.
Yeah.
So
and Nate, I know you've done this on your channel, but
I give it. It's an A overall, and there are more than a few like A+ moments in it that I just absolutely loved.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
So that's going to be it for our coverage of the movie today. Let's get to the good part, and I'm going to start with Nate because you're on the clock. Nate, let's see some books.
All right, so I brought because I didn't have it last time, so I do have now. This is first cover appearance of Baby Joey.
Nice.
And then this is the actual first appearance of Baby Joey.
Isn't it awesome that, Guy Gardner got the crap kicked out of the cover?
It's so good. And this is a Kevin Maguire cover. So, I mean, this just has so many levels of things that I like. I say it all the time that I'm primarily a reader, and I got these because I got them for a good price. But it's a really good way to read some of the Silver Age stories if you don't want to get the books out and take a chance of messing them up. So I picked up this Superman omnibus a while back. So this is volume 1. I love this. Where they just show you.
Cool, man.
Here's all the covers. All of these stories are in there.
I'm curious to which one they start with.
They start with Action 241, which is First Fortress of Solitude.
Yeah, and that's
an expensive book. There are a couple of them right now. that are lower grade, and they're well over $300. I can't pull the trigger on the key issue.
This is the Supergirl Volume 1 Omnibus. I got this one at Half Price Books for $37.49.
Wow.
This is a different design, so it doesn't have all the covers on the back, but this one starts with Action 252 and goes through 307.
Is that Darwin Cook on the cover?
It is, yeah.
Yeah, I have the black and white showcases for Supergirl, the 2 issues, and they go up to Action Comics 328. And since I have every Action after that, I have every Action Supergirl appearance in print somewhere in my house.
My wife picked this up for my son today. I wish he would have got one for me. So there's 4. Superman Robot number 4, better known as Gary.
Gary's
is
the
an
name.
Awesome figure.
Absolutely love that, man.
Yes. And I love the fact that they are references, callbacks to the old Superman cartoon and those robots that the evil mad scientist had.
Yeah. What issue is this? I can't even read. 155, Superboy 155. I just really like this cover.
Yes, that's a good one. And judging by the face, that might be Neil Adams.
I think it is. I think this is Neil Adams. I don't know. I was actually looking at this. I was like, I think it's Neil Adams, but Matt will tell me.
He did a lot there. He did a lot around that time for Superboy. I have a Superboy 151 that he signed. So
Action 273. So this is just a really old Action that I have, but it has a 5th dimensional imp on it, just like in the movie.
yes, that's awesome.
I'll just do 2 more, 3 more. Nope, 4 more. Yeah, I got a good one. Okay, so I always love to take a chance, and this has a Superman and Supergirl cover, but the diabolical Dr. Supernatural and his execution buzzard, I just think is stupid. This is so good. It looks like he's holding a rubber chicken.
It does. It does too.
This is just the colors on this one are really good. This is Action 332, another Supergirl cover.
Yes, it's a good one.
And her costume just looks different there to me.
And it is different because this is a story where Superwoman Supergirl is the older one.
That's
and
right.
Superboy is the younger one, and she's training him.
That's
he's
right.
In prison. His secret identity is as a prisoner.
Okay, so this will be the last one I show. I love this one. This story is so fun too. But this is why. What was the secret of wheelchair Superman? And so he's and he's got Superman robots just in a closet full of cobwebs.
I know, and of course they're falling apart too.
But I mean, he just has. I said this last time I showed this too. He has signed pictures of his friends. I think we should have signed pictures of each other. and he's just lamenting life. But he in this story, Jimmy is the mayor. I don't know. Jimmy's real popular, and Superman's down on his luck. He's like a bum in a wheelchair, but he's still got his superpowers. So he just wheels.
Supergirl is
really
Superwoman. She's running Metropolis now.
Yeah. So this was not a great story, but it was really fun to read. It's really funny. So I love the secret of wheelchair Superman. It's like a what if. It's like a future story. It's not gonna really whatever they call those an imaginary story.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, aren't they all?
I know.
Rich, I'm gonna bring you up next.
All righty.
Okay, and I'm going to make you big here.
Made me big. All right. Let's see. Let's start off with a World's Finest. I picked this up the other day, not too long ago.
Oh.
So.
You squeezed too hard.
Squeezed too hard.
There goes the head. Bum, bum, bum.
That's great, man.
Yeah, I love that one. That was cool. And then, I think Nate showed this one time, so I had to find that.
Yeah, I just bought that too. That's
That is-
That's a great book.
That is
Yeah.
one of the greats, man.
It's one of Alan's
Bondage.
favorites too.
Bondage and whippage. I love it. And then this was in the dollar bin, man. And my cousin actually found it. He said, "Hey, look at this." I said, "Give me that. I want that." So, you know how we always talk about people marking their books and doing whatever, you know, it just adds to it. It was $1, but you know, I had to pick up an Up Arbo.
Oh, that
I've never
cover,
heard of Up Arbo.
that cover is on my wish list. The Curse of the Hangman's Noose, and then underneath it, the little tag,
Look at the
and
faces.
also a Runaway Super Baby.
Yeah, and then they turned it into Eddie Munster.
Oh, that's great.
But yeah, I love that Up Arbo. But and then you know,
Remember that time
yeah.
Superboy's dad hung himself in the garage?
Yeah.
yeah, that's the other part of it too, man. That's what the Curse of the Hangman's Noose. That's just,
And he just says, "Dad." Terrible. Great
Nice.
cover.
Just hanging around. Sorry.
Oh, Witch.
the Butthead. I love
That
that one.
that one is so insane.
Yeah, I love the Butthead.
Did you get that at Heroes?
Did I? I can't remember. I don't think so. I think I got it at one of my LCSs.
Robbie has a
Yeah.
question for Nate.
I don't have super chats.
No, he did you hit you've hit 500 subs, which is one of
I
the
have.
things. Have you hit the 3,000 hours?
I have.
Are you applying?
Not yet. No.
Well, there's your answer, Robbie. He didn't
Yeah,
apply.
Robbie, I haven't. Yeah, I guess I haven't taken the next step to make that happen. I haven't decided if I'm going to.
And then you got this Superman Man of Steel. Always like this cover because of the
Yes, and that's the first cameo of Doomsday.
yeah. But you got this guy over here. He's got like a penis on top of it, like he got it slung over his shoulder or something. I don't know what it
It's true.
That is weird.
Did you get that from James of Midhunter Comics?
Yeah, yeah. He always puts those key issues together. But yeah, I gotta show. This is one of my favorite Supergirl covers. The Supergirl.
Mesmerized.
Yes, very.
I love
good.
That
cover,
was
man.
that was the issue that I bought when I discovered that there was a Supergirl series. That was the first one, and it took me like 3 months to track down the first 4 issues at the various comic stores around town.
The darling New Adventures. And then Nate's. I always buy the film adaptations of the movies and stuff. I always try to find them. So I had to pull this one out since I knew Nate was going to be on Man 3.
Superman 3. Right.
I'm gonna tell you, like, I don't hate that movie anymore. I watched them all. I watched them all recently, and my family had so much fun. It was like Mystery Science Theater watching that one.
Oh,
We
yeah.
loved it.
I
It really was
got a
fun.
kick out of the best scene was when Richard Pryor was getting the guy drunk, because that Richard Pryor got to be Richard Pryor. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
hi, Bleak.
And then real quick, I picked up some things off of Cheddar Comics. You guys were getting on Instagram and buy stuff from his claim sales. And I love foreign comics. So he had these super Homan.
Yeah, cool.
They're smaller, they're smaller than a regular comic. I got
Is that
what-
Italian?
I got a bunch of these.
What language is this?
Super Homan, I think it's Spanish.
No, because in Spanish it's super.
No, it would be
Okay.
hombre.
Yeah.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Could
Dutch?
be Portuguese or it could be Dutch too. Yes.
I'm not sure. I thought it was Spanish or Brazil or something. Is it from Brazil? No.
Oh,
Well, you can
SideQuest.
open them up.
Brazil.
SideQuest says Brazil. So
Brazil?
I would, yeah.
Yeah. He was on the cell that night too, I think. So, but yeah, a bunch of these different.
I'm shocked.
And they're always Me and him are always battling it out on there. I beat him out on a couple the other night. So
That's cool.
yeah.
Oh, that's great. Is that Terra?
That does
Is
look
that Terra
like
Man?
That's Terra Man.
Terra
Yep,
Man.
that's Terra Man on
Oh
his
my
flying
God.
horse.
And then sure was real fast.
They really pushed Terra Man in the 70s. They were trying to make him into some huge thing that he just wasn't there. Vartox was better.
I think they both need to do a comeback.
Well,
Maybe they could share
Vartox,
an apartment.
if you read the new 52,
Spectre.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
no, that Spectre's nice.
And then the last one here. Not sure who that dude is.
Oh, I know who that is. That's an atomic one.
Yeah, it's not Atomic Skull. It's
No.
Nuclon or Neutron.
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have those issues.
Yeah, I have
the
that
issue.
too.
That's homage.
Yeah.
I have issues.
I have
I
issues.
do have issues.
Mhm.
And that's it. That's all I got.
Very cool. What I'm going to do next is I've got just a couple to show, and then Stephen, I will turn the floor over to you.
I just have a few, so I won't take too much time.
Okay, let me just make myself big here. These are ones that I recently pulled out because of their significance and or just how they affect Superman. This is Warlord 63, and I'm showing a Warlord book because this is the first work by Dan Jurgens, who was the big Superman writer / artist during the death of Superman.
I have that one.
Yes, his first work was in a Warlord book.
Cool.
This here is Superman 411, which is really cool because Julie Swartz decided to retire, so they decided to put him on the cover of Superman to say thank you for all you've done. Next up here, this is Stormwatch 48, which is the first appearance of the Engineer.
Good pickup, man.
Yes. Yeah. I looked for that all weekend and couldn't find it.
Everybody's looking rich.
Yeah.
The Adventures of Superman 424, which is the first appearance of Cat Grant.
Love the eagle on that one.
Yeah. This was also the first book of Adventures of Superman 424. And the last one I pulled out, another reporter, Ron Trooper, whatever. I can't remember exactly his name in front of me here. But this is the Adventures of Superman 480, which is his first appearance. And I have the Steve Lombard. Basically, I have all the minor character first appearances from the, I don't have any of the major characters like the superheroes or the Lois and the Perry, but
yeah.
And Kay Munin is right. He's saying the time to get that Stormwatch book at cheap price is slowly slipping away, and it's true because Alan bought it for $4, and then he told me about the book, and I couldn't find it for cheaper than $10.
Wow.
So I did get it. We both got it the same day, but it was that kind of thing where it was having some difficulties. Anyways, I just wanted to show some of those because I was very proud that the one here, the Dan Jurgens one, the Warlord one, finally won me the contest on Biggie's Friday Night Challenge. So I was very happy. Mr. Gentner.
I'm going to show some Lois Lanes.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Is that Neil Adams?
I think so. Well, it's pretty rough for Neil, but it might be.
It does seem, and I know that's why I'm asking.
It would be him. If it was early, he was still learning. So
it is a 12 center. I mean,
it's a 1968 book.
Then he was not learning at that point. He started at 66. So that's it. I have that one. That's a good
beast.
Love the go-go boots on that one.
I know.
I do.
Yes.
I have that one. I mean, of course I have that one.
I figured you would.
Seen that the other day, man. I started to pick it up.
That's a good one too.
Oh, is that Wonder Woman?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Remember-
I think I've
Can
seen
you want to know what's crazy? Just a second.
Hey, Matt, remember
Alan?
when they changed
Alan?
Wonder Woman's costume and people had to ask when she was on the cover, "Hey, is that Wonder Woman?"
Yes, I know. Well, didn't see the bottom yet. I really got to get to the eye doctor.
No, it's just I hate that they took away Wonder Woman's costume. Like I think
Yeah.
that's ridiculous. And
You
she
know,
just
it
looks
was- okay. To be
Yes!
fair, at that time, Diana Rigg on the Avengers was very popular.
Man, that's an
Okay.
awesome cover.
those are great, man.
There's a
I
lot
have-
going on there.
I don't know the Madame Jekyll story.
I love the Lois Lane
Hey,
hag.
Alan. Hi,
Oh,
Alan.
hey, Alan. I
Alan
have
just tried to
Lois
call
Lane.
me on the phone. That's who
Oh,
the
no.
phone was ringing. I said I was going to go. Alan, can I call you back? Yeah.
This is
This is issue.
Join the
This I
chat.
started with issue 90. Here is issue 95.
Lois
Nice.
Lane hag.
Here is Lois Lane number 96.
Oh, that's another good one.
Wow.
What? The
There
only
is.
time I've seen a copy of that, someone actually wrote in their own comments in the thing, and they weren't very good.
That guy looks like a hippie.
That was a contest. Didn't they run a contest with that cover?
Yeah. What did they say? And of course, I'm certain everybody put really naughty stuff on that.
Yeah. I
Boy,
bet they loved
Superman, you've
reading
got
it.
a really big. Okay, anyway, here is issue 97. Oh, excuse me, just for strictly for medicinal purposes.
Of course.
25 cents. This is the first 15-cent Lois Lane
Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
because this is the last. Nope, that's not it. That wasn't it. I misspoke. This is the last 12-center.
Right.
It's a
And
key issue.
this is the first 15-center.
Cool.
Ha ha! Great show, Wonder Woman. Ha ha!
He loves it. I love seeing you women fight. It's something I really enjoy.
Tut tut, girls.
If you
Tut
like
tut.
watching cat fights between superheroines, get Brave and the Bold 62. There's a cat fight between Wonder Woman and Supergirl. That's very interesting.
Here is issue number 97.
Ah, yes, Lori Lamaris. And that's
Three
another thing.
Super Sirens.
Let's go back to the movie for just a second so I can make a joke. How the hell is he going to have a super harem unless the girls all have LL names?
Right. They'll change
You
their
know?
names.
Who's the gal in green, Matt?
That's
Green- That's Lila. She's from another planet. It's a girl. Do you remember the story where he says to Supergirl, "We can't marry because we're cousins"?
it's so gross. And then Supergirl
And
finds this girl on
Supergirl
another
finds this
planet.
woman because she looks almost exactly like her,
Yeah.
and sends him off to get there. And I can't think of her
Oh.
name at the moment, but I have the issue.
But there's a reason like her son, in the sky is a different color and they
Yeah,
can't
it's
be
orange.
together.
Yes.
It's ridiculous.
Who's the gal in the purple with the gossamer leggings?
That looks like Lucy Lane.
I don't.
No, here it is. Lori
No.
Lamaris, Luma Linai, and
Oh,
Lila Laryl.
Lila Laryl from Krypton. That's right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I read that one too.
The actress he
I
liked
had that one too. I've had that.
No, I read that one. I don't have it, but I read it.
Here is issue number 98. I'm going to take you up to 100.
I don't have that one.
I betrayed
This
Superman.
entire set, damn near, of Lois Lane's came when I made a big trade with it was just brain fart. Brian.
Mm-hmm.
Don Gardino.
No. For heaven's sake. Brian, the artist, Brian,
Boland?
no, Brian, I bought them from Brian
We did a
Boland.
trade
Yeah,
with
I-
Brian Bowen.
I was,
Wow.
it was his collection. I said, just give them to me. He says, okay, Steve, they're yours.
Can I get his
Side
number?
quest, say Bigby? Is it Bigby?
Bigby McFly.
Ah,
There you go.
Here is issue number 99.
love this one.
That is
Isn't it
awesome.
true it was you? Yes, it was me.
And Batman's like, well, I can't beat Superman. He's too
Damn,
good of a
I-
lawyer.
I guess you're going to the big
I
house,
have that one
Lois. See you
too.
later. You screwed
That
up.
one,
You
that
trusted
one's
us.
a great story. That was a great one where Batman decides to be your defense lawyer and he's the prosecutor. It's absolutely hilarious.
Look at that. I've got 3 guys that knew it was Bigby. I just couldn't pull it up. I think this was the one where I traded him for the first appearance of Harley Quinn, I think. But I got this almost a long box full of Lois Lane, almost. And here is issue number 100. They are all from a hidey hole that he had, this one store that was out in the middle of nowhere, and someone brought these all in. But you look at this green one, the green covers are really tough. Usually you get a lot of rub on them. So this is Lois Lane number 100. This is the story that they decided would be the best for the 100th issue of Lois Lane.
Yes. Another Lana last mile. She's getting executed.
It's another cat fight cover.
Well, I guess you know what this means, right? She ended up being found guilty.
Yeah.
It's a two-parter.
Superman's still prosecuting her, right? Like,
it's a two-parter.
You killed her. You know you did.
So I have pretty much all of them all the way up to the end. I'm missing a few here and there, and I don't have the really super duper early ones. At some point I would probably, but that falls pretty farther down on the list for me.
Well, those were great books, Snappo. I have to say personally, the Lois stories, like during the time period of Herco and the early times, are interesting and fun, but they are really good in the last 30 issues or so. Probably from issue, well, it was 137 issues, so I'd say the last 40 were some of the best ever. I mean, the ones in the early 70s where she's got Rose and Thorn in the back, and they're some of the best stories that were ever written for her, and I like them very much.
I have to say that between Lois Lane and Jimmy Olsen, I know that you say that Jimmy was, I have some Jimmy Olsen, not a hell of a lot, but I have a chunk, but I have a lot of Lois Lane because I think Lois Lane is hysterical. I really do. It's so, they put her through so much hell all the time. What are we going to do? Let's turn her into a goat. Great idea. Let's turn her into a goat. Okay, and then she's running around with cloven hoofs. Let's marry her off to the devil. I was thinking of that too. Let's marry her to the devil. Let's put ape hands on her and make her fall out of a spaceship. Good idea.
There are Jimmys that are a lot like, I would say there are Jimmy Olsens that are just as fun as some of those fun Lois Lanes, but there are a lot more Jimmy Olsen duds than there are Lois Lane duds. And that's the thing.
Some of the good ones are the Elastic Lad ones, and when he becomes Turtle Boy, and when he becomes Porcupine.
Pin pushing cushion guy.
Yeah,
that's a good Jimmy Olsen. My earliest Jimmy Olsen is number 3.
Ooh,
nice.
I have number 7, 6 or 7.
But it was funny. Real quick, I got the number 3. It was like, and I think that might have been that bunch where I got the first Brainiac. It's weird what the survivors were. So, for example, or it might have been when I got my JLAs. A guy had a Justice League collection, Silver Age, and in with it was Wonder Woman 105, which is the one with the bird beak, part of her origin. Yeah. Why would that be there? And Jimmy Olsen number 3. Why would that be there? Wow. But it's like these survivors that just sort of ended up, it's sort of like they end up in your collection. So you'll have all the stuff that makes sense together and what have you. And then they'll have 2 or 3 that are just like, where in the hell did these come? They're survivors. And I have several of those in my collection that were just, along with those, I also have these. Yeah. So I always, say, I'll take them all, and then work your deal.
Now, thank you, Stephen, for all those books. Due to the fact that Nate's got to take off, we're going to wrap up in a minute or two. Just before we go, on Tuesday, my guest will be Brian LCS.
Oh, cool.
Put the screws to that guy.
Yeah, get it.
And
him!
what have you got going for FOMO Squad on Tuesday?
On Tuesday, we are gonna show books and look at the new books. And Hagen's still in your neck of the woods, so
That's right.
we
I'm
are
actually going to meet him later this week.
I know, that's really cool. I'm really excited for you guys to get to hang out. Kate is going to be on with us from Kate's
Very
Comics.
nice. She was a lot of fun. I had her on the show. She's a lot of fun.
Yeah, no, she is awesome. Like I love people that love to read their books, and she knows her stuff. Like she reads.
Yes, I was quite impressed with her when she came on. And what do you got going on, Rich?
Got a couple videos. I'm just they're in the editing bay, so and not sure who we got coming up this following Saturday, so it'll be we'll start posting it.
Hey,
Very
Biggie.
nice. And what have you got coming up, Steven?
Well, I just recorded a show yesterday with TM Nerdy, Travis, and it will be coming out in early August, where he interviewed me, and so there's that. I was just on Church today, which is my usual haunt on Sunday, which was very interesting watching Bleecker and Cliff on Comics. Cliff was up and visiting Bleecker at his place. It was hysterical. If you haven't get a chance, you might watch that.
It was really. I didn't know that was going on today. That's awesome.
Oh, it's hysterical. And he gave Bleecker this huge stack of books, and then he bought some books from Bleecker, and Bleecker gave him some too. It was a lot of fun.
That's awesome.
Our Friday show was a lot of fun. Of course, you guys know. And then also this coming tomorrow, I will be showing books that I got when Yaniv came and that auction. And so I bought some books there. I may add a few more. I got 5 books in that auction, and Yaniv sent them, and I have them in hand now. That's how I was able to take a picture of that Sparky Watts, the Fever Dream Sparky Watts that I talked about too.
So good.
So that's what's happening with me. And then if I happen to show up with one of your shows, Matt, if you invite me or whatever, the
only reason I didn't send an invite out like I normally do was because you hadn't seen the movie.
I know that's it. And I had said to you that I said, well, I don't know, and you were very nice, but I realized that I am going to hear a lot of it in the interim, and I'd much rather hear it from you guys because I get the straight dope on it, and to see it from someone who knows what they're talking about. The people that watch the Superman movie and aren't familiar with or aren't invested in the character or understand or enjoy it, I really don't put much stock in their review, because if you're not into the superhero stuff and then you write a review about a superhero movie that's done correctly, I just don't think that makes much difference. And I also don't, when a movie is a stink burger, it's a stink burger. But everything I've heard about this, and I also had my revelation to you about reading that the Legion of Supervillains on my post on Instagram, Collecto6, where I talk about how it was cool to be talking about Superman again. Right. And I was flexing with a Crypto story, and it boggles my mind that I was flexing with a Crypto story, but it worked. It was great.
And just before we go, thanks again to Robbie Josephs. You're very generous, and I really appreciate it.
You should be getting close to that 252 now, Matt.
There's a chunk there. There's a good chunk of it there.
Lau just says, speaking of stink burgers, just now returned from seeing the Smurfs.
Jesus.
That's terrible.
A whole other conversation.
Yeah, that could be a different conversation.
Thank you, everybody who showed up tonight. If you're watching this on the replay, thank you very much for spending time with us. I hope you've enjoyed yourselves. And hope to see you all on Tuesday. And make sure you vote in the comic
nominate
book collectors awards there.
Nominate early and often.
Nominate all of us. Thank you very much for coming. My name is Matt. I like comics, and I hope you do too. Have a good night, everybody.
Night, everybody.
Peace.
Good night.
See you in here.